Welcome, Eurovision fans! It's time to talk about Denmark today. Denmark will be represented at Eurovision 2019 by Leonora with the song Love is Forever. So, if I had to describe this song in one word, I guess it's going to be dreamy. There's a bit of a dreamy feel, and the song is one of those that you can kind of sway to back and forth, and the whole thing kind of feels like a dream a little bit, like a dream sequence or something. It's very interesting, the dynamic of this song, and yeah, I think dreamy is probably the best way I can go about describing this. So what are some positives of this song? Leonora has a very pleasant voice. Not to say that there were not a few mistakes here and there in the live performances. There were some of the high notes that were a bit sharp, but her chest voice, her basic voice, is incredibly pleasant and solid. She seemed to struggle at times going high, but that could have also been nerves. She seemed nervous, and if she could smooth that out a little bit before the performance, she has a chance to really shine on the Eurovision stage. Her voice is warm, inviting, and she seems very charismatic. Leonora also has a conviction and belief in her performance on stage. The song is very classy, and overall it is a nice performance. The song attempts to send a positive message. She described it herself, quote, "Love is something universal which exists in everybody and exists between everybody, and will always be there. That is what the song is about. Even though bad things happen around the world, love will always be there to create hope, optimism, and make bonds in between people," unquote. So it's a song that will be inspirational to some, and that can be a good thing for people that enjoy the song. It is a positive message. So what are some potential problems with the song? Well, for me, this is tremendously cringy to listen to. As you could see in my reaction video, if you hadn't checked that out, check out my reaction video. I will pin it at the top of the comments section. I could not take the song seriously. How can you? All it takes for me is 3 days in an airport to realize you can't love everybody. There are so many people that are obnoxious, rude, and crazy. So, for me, the realism of the song, I like the idea, I like the optimism, I like the openness and the desire for people to love each other, but the realism sets in and it's a totally different story, so I find it kind of, I don't know, virtue signaling for points maybe. I do love good people that I'm close to in life. I love meeting new people. I have no problem flying away to a different country and not knowing anybody and just making friends. I love that. I always find tremendous people on my trips and journeys. But there are also a lot of self-entitled assholes in the world. A lot of scammers, a lot of people you meet around the world that just are not good people. So no, I don't love everybody, and I don't intend to love everybody. I don't want to love everybody. The one world idea of love, love, peace, peace, there's the stupid air quotes again, I don't know why I go into that mode, is an unachievable utopia that people always claim can be something we can have in the world. But you can't. It's unrealistic. There's always going to be evil that exists in the world, and it's a constant battle between good and evil. Not everybody feels this way, that you can love everybody. If good goes around loving everybody and dropping their guard, evil can win. I'm going way too deep with this, I know. This is a simple, cutesy song. But I'm also a historian and a bit neurotic, and I think it's always good to remember that there's good and bad people in the world. And you always have to be ready in case you run into those bad people, because you're going to have to deal with them in all walks of life. At any rate, though, this song is more about hope and optimism, so I'll give it that. Still, I do get sick of people telling us on TV, in music, and even in the news to love everybody. It gets annoying, it's grating, and I think some people will agree with this. But most people are just going to say, this is a nice, simple song. So, okay, I get that, I understand. I guess my point after this entire ramble was that the song is a bit cheesy to me, and I find it a little annoying and grating throughout. It's grating after a while, but if you like it, also great, that's your opinion. I think this will be one of those songs that does divide opinion. Well, I've talked about my annoyance with bilingual songs in the past, and this one we have a quadlingual song. It's got German, French, Danish, and English in this one. I mean, granted, there's only one line in German, but I do understand the point. People will say, oh, you don't understand. I understand. It's to bridge the languages, that love is the same in every language, and there's a bridge from place to place. I understand, yeah. So it's sentimental. It's going to be beloved by a lot of people, and that's completely fine. So yeah, love is the same in every language. So what's my rating for this song? Well, I don't do technical scores here because I don't believe I'm qualified for that. Maybe in the future, but you know, if I were looking at this from a technical scale, I'd probably give it a 7 or an 8. But personal, how I feel about the song, I gotta give it a 2. I just don't enjoy the song. And the message to me is grating, wearing, and unfortunately it just doesn't move me in any way, shape, or form because I tend to be more of a realist. And yeah, I can be dreamy, I can daydream and have hopes of a peaceful, nice world, but I've seen too much and I know too much about things. So yeah, it just fails to move me, but it is pleasant to listen to, I will give it that. So I can't fault it for being just a pleasant, nice song, I guess, if that's what you enjoy listening to. But for me, it just doesn't work. So is this song a contender or a pretender at Eurovision 2019? This song is a pretender to win the contest. This is not going to be your winner. It's definitely not going to pick up the votes needed to win the competition. I think the jury could be quite favorable in this, but I don't think it's going to garner the televotes here. So is it a contender or pretender to qualify? It definitely is a contender to qualify. I could easily see this qualifying. I can also see it struggling to qualify because there will be plenty of people that will have this song as an afterthought. I expect this song to be probably around 8th to 12th in its semifinal if I had to make a prediction. It's going to be a struggle to get in, but it could very well qualify for the finals at the same time. It could be a lot more popular as the contest goes on. So yeah, we're just going to see how that all plays out. But to be completely clear, it is a pretender to win the contest, but it could definitely qualify and make it to the finals of Eurovision 2019. Okay, so let's take a look at my rankings for Denmark versus the official results over the past couple years. So in 2015, Anti-Social Media, The Way You Are, I had them placed 37th and they placed 32nd. 2016 was another Denmark song that I thought was quite cringy. I thought it was performed very well, but yeah, it was just a very unusual song. Lighthouse X, Soldiers of Love. I had them ranked at 38th and they finished 39th. 2017, God, that was a good song. Anya, Where I Am. I had it ranked number 4 and it finished 20th. I thought the ranking there was way too low, but that's what the people felt. So yeah. And then last year, Rasmussen in 2018 with Higher Ground, I had ranked at number 16. This is another Danish song that I really enjoyed. So it ended up placing 9th overall. So yeah, Denmark's done well in the past couple of years. I could certainly see this song qualifying. We'll have to see what happens and see how much love the song actually receives. So we will see. Thank you for watching my review of Denmark at Eurovision 2019. I've got a lot of reviews to make, and oh, they're piling on tonight because it's March 2nd. So I'm hoping Norway picks my song. If you haven't watched that video, I made a video begging Norway to pick a song. So hopefully they do that. I also can't wait to see Portugal. I can't wait to see what Portugal has for us. Just a lot of optimism with a lot of the songs coming up. So yeah, keep watching the video. Subscribe if you enjoy this video. And yeah, Denmark wasn't my favorite, but it's not a horrendous song by any means. So don't think I'm being a monster and criticizing it, and just not my taste. And we're all allowed to like whatever we like. So yeah, let me know what you think of this song in the comments section below. And as always, thank you so much for your support and following the channel, and subscribe if you haven't. It helps a lot. And yeah, be working on other videos. So for now, Lethargic Sloth out.